So welcome everybody. Reminder, we have our school-wide expectations here at Chase: respect for self, respect for others, and respect for community. We encourage you to use that language with your children, as it is a very important part of the school philosophy and understanding. Got some members with me this evening. I'll have them introduce themselves to you. Vicki, why don't you go first?
Hi, I'm Vicki Rose, one of the assistant principals.
Okay, and Maria H.
I am Maria Holst, one of the new parents. My daughter's in 6th grade.
And Maria?
I'm Maria Daulas, also a new parent. My son is in 6th grade as well.
Right. And I want to thank both Maria and Maria for stepping up to volunteer to help us run our parent organization. We'll get some parent information to share today, and I think we'll probably have some conversation as well. I'll give some background, brief information for you this evening, and then we'll let Maria and Maria talk. If Vicki has anything she would like to add, she can certainly join in as well. Just some ongoing upcoming events. Please remember that every day the morning news is published. It's published on Parent Square, so you can see what's going on at the school. I think it's a great way for parents to be able to see what is going on, and the kids get to see it daily too. Our high school visits have continued, so for 8th grade students that are wishing to apply to another school or another location, we've tried to make that process easy. A lot of those applications are actually already in at this point. I just think about due diligence to say, if your child is ill, please keep them home. We would like not to spread germs. If you feel it's okay for them to come in and it might be beneficial to wear a mask, of course, it's always a choice you have as a parent as well. Our 7th and 8th grade is having a dance on Friday. Tickets are being sold in the dining halls of St. Margaret's during lunchtime. So students want to come to the 7th and 8th grade dance. We have an event for 6th graders next week though too. All next week we have our concerts: Tuesday orchestra and chorus at 7 p.m. and band on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Oh, that's an error. I'm sorry. Movie night is not next Friday. Movie night is next Thursday. And that's for all students. It's a free movie night sponsored by CO Sports. We want to thank Chris Ortiz for his dedication to our school and donations. And we do have a half day next Friday. I would also point out, let me just take a sidebar real quick, that if you go to the Aces at Chase website, and we have lots of stuff available, information to you, we do have a calendar link here. If you click on the calendar, you will get a calendar of Aces at Chase. And it does list the current events that are going on. So you can see, all the great stuff we have going on next week and our holiday break. And if you change over to January, we do have a funky return to school. So we'll begin for a full day on the 3rd, half day on the 4th for early dismissal for teacher, professional development, full day on the Thursday, the 5th, and no school on Friday for 3 Kings Day. So it'll be kind of a truncated week that week. So you can check out all that information on the school website. Information is available for you for that. So please make sure you check it out. And then I'm going to do some of the treasurer's report, reporting on the parents' money, since I've been managing the parent money. We have an account with M&T Bank. It's an individual account separate from any of the school accounts. We did have $140 of income last month, which was donations that were made by parents for the teachers' dinner. We did have an expense of $850.80 for the dinner for the teachers, leaving us with a parent balance of $6,262.88. So we do have some good working funds in the parent account. And so at this point, then, I'm going to turn it over to Maria, who wants to talk a little bit about what we can do as families and how you can be involved as parents or family members to support our school.
So hi, everyone. My name is Maria Holst, and I just want to talk to everybody about the importance with parent engagement with our families. So I would love to be able to help out any way possible, which I know many of you, especially if you're on the Meet today, that's what you want to be able to help out our school community. So I want to put my email out there. It's a long one. So it's Maria, MARIA, GUZMANHULSE @yahoo.com. So it's Maria Guzman Holst yahoo.com. And I want to be able to, anybody that wants to reach out to me so that we can get together, we can put together, a group. What could we do for the staff and for the teachers for appreciation ideas? um, Planning for January 10th, which is the open house. What could the PTA do to support this school? Um, we want to put together a big recruitment team that's going to come in and help us get parents and students from all throughout Connecticut that can come to Aces of Chase. If you're interested in joining the parent group, please reach out to me. I want help putting together a survey because I want to see what's in our community. Um, what ideas parents have, what hobbies parents have, what talent parents have, what resources parents have. So this survey is going to help us build a stronger group, because the more resources we have as a community, as a parent group, we can help the students, we can help the staff. So I'm here to help out any way I can. I would like to meet either virtually or in person by January 5th so that we can plan what we're going to do for January 10th. So if you want to reach out, let me know what the ideas is. I can let the principal know so that everybody can be, on the same page. And let's do this. Let's get together and help Aces at Chase any way we can.
Thank you, Maria. Maria, do you have anything you want to add?
No, she pretty much summed it up, and I am a terrible public speaker, so I will always leave it to you, Maria.
Well, we're like double trouble. We're like Eminem right now.
So I think it's always important that parents understand, since we're talking about recruiting, that's, I think, is an important thing to talk about. I always think it's important for parents to understand, how the rules by the state apply to our school in terms of who can come to the school. So up to 55% of our school population can be Waterbury students, students who reside in Waterbury. The other 45% has to come from other communities. And it can be, we have an open choice program at our school, so that can be any town within the state of Connecticut. Our numbers are slightly skewed from the move. So when the school was in Meriden, there was a different rule because the building was owned by the city of Meriden. So there was a higher proportion of students in Meriden. Needless to say, our Meriden population for 8th grade is high right now relative to 7th grade and even less in 6th grade. So what's going to happen is those are students that are making up that 45% right now. So when the students exit, because they're moving on to high school, what's going to happen is the percentage of Waterbury students in the overall school is going to go significantly up. So it is very important that we encourage Waterbury students and students from surrounding towns to participate in the school. And so I did, in my Parent Square message last night, sent everyone something that if we could get the parents to post it on their social media, it would be very helpful. We want everybody to know about Aces at Chase. We think we have a wonderful school, and we want everyone to hear that good news about what the school is and why you might want to send your child there. I didn't give Vicki a chance to talk. I'm not sure if she wants to say anything or join the conversation in any way.
One of the things I just wanted to mention is we do still have some lawn signs left over. We could have them available in the main office if anyone would like to be willing to put, especially if you live in a town that's not Waterbury, where we're trying to, gather more students. If you'd be willing to put a lawn sign on your front lawn, I think that would be something that would be helpful.
Yeah, we have very high interest in Waterbury from the Waterbury community. We've got a waiting list for students that want to come from Waterbury, and then we don't have a waiting list for surrounding towns. So we have that very, very high demand, but again, we have to follow the state guidelines in terms of what percentage of students are allowed to come from each community. So it's really important to keep that in balance as well. Anybody else? Any questions? I did want to make one comment regarding our issue that we had last week, because I know there's been a lot of rumors circulating around issues regarding food sharing. We have no additional information regarding that situation. So everything I did share at the time was what I could legally share with family members. And I think there's been some wondering, is there any additional information that came out? And there has not been. We don't have any additional information regarding that situation. So in terms of being able to share anything, unfortunately, I don't have anything else to share because I don't know anything beyond what I know. And of course, we're very respectful of the privacy of the students and the family that are involved. So that does regulate some of that. Have a question from Michelle. Is sixth grade classes going to be able to continue through high school at ACES? So we're kind of in a temporary holding pattern right now, and that holding pattern should really have a decision within just a couple of days. So right now we are planning to expand to high school. The year we can start that is a little bit in limbo because we're waiting for the state in terms of bonding for renovations to the campus. So mainly those renovations are to deal with ADA compliance and do some facilities upgrading. So we will find out on Thursday if we are getting the state grant to do that renovation. It'd be a $65 million, $65 to $68 million renovation project. And so if we get that, that should help move the process along, but the state is providing some guidelines. We recently, my team just worked on an operations plan, a state requirement for magnet schools in the state, and we're just getting that all approved and all lined up. And so we'll see what's going on with that as we go. So just keeping that in mind. Mary asked, when will report cards be sent home? So we don't send report cards home. Report cards are available through the portal. So if you go into the portal, and I'll send a message out with this for clarification next week, I guess if there's still some confusion on this, you go into the Power School portal, not the Parent Square portal, the Power School portal, and your child's grades are listed, and you can look for the T1, and T1 stands for trimester 1, and the grades are there for the trimester 1. So we do not send report cards home, we do it through the parent portal. I have a question about lunch. Lunch, the most important meal of the day. I keep giving the same story that there is never enough food or never the same food from one lunch wave to another. So I think that is fairly inaccurate. There is always plenty of food. That has not been an issue, plenty of food. Maybe it's not plenty of good food, I don't know. But very honestly, there's always some fresh food there. So it's not just, standard cafeteria slop food. I always see fresh fruit. It's always out. There's always vegetables and fresh vegetables out. There's a hot meal, and there's usually an alternative meal that children can select from. We did have an issue one day last week where they had a meal and then they ran out and they had something else made in place of that. But I never enough food. That might just be a portion issue. The portions are determined by the what is it, the FDA or Food and Drug Administration? Yeah, that's right. So there are regulations on how much food a child can get in a school lunch, and that's what they get. But there are very rarely, they can take up to 2. So they get their main meal, they can have a milk, and they can also take up to 2 vegetables or fruits along with that too. So the portions are not monstrous. I will be very honest with you. It is a slice of pizza when they have pizza. And I mean, your kids at home, especially some of those growing boys who eat like 5 and 6 slices of pizza at a shot. Yes, I understand that one might not be enough. So I think enough food is, maybe that's referring to portion more than anything else. But I haven't heard anything about running out of milk either. I mean, that's not something that we've been told ever, that there was a run out of milk. We did run out of one of the options one day, but there was something else in place of that. We have been working with the cafeteria on their timing. Sometimes their timing is a little bit off. So we've been working with them on trying to make sure that they know when the kids are coming and to use that time efficiently. There is an a la carte if they want to purchase like low-fat chips and low-fat this and that and the other thing, and there are some beverages on there as well the kids can purchase, but the school lunches do remain free for students at this time. Okay. Anybody? Oh, more questions? Oh, no problem. No problem, Carla. Thank you for the smiley. I appreciate it. If anyone else has questions, we'd be happy to take them at this time. That includes Maria, if you have questions too, you're more than welcome to ask questions if you know questions that parents might be asking as well, or if you have yourselves.
I think the questions that were asked were, thank you for for answering them for everybody, because it's good to always get everything from, what I mean, from the top of the line, so
from the horse's mouth, right?
Yes, and exactly. If anybody has questions, it's the the best time to ask you now. We
Yeah.
have you live. So, don't be scared. Don't hold it back.
Yeah. And I would also say you're always free to contact me by Parent Square, or you can call me on the phone. I'm happy to talk to everyone on the phone. And Vicky and Megan are the same way. Mrs. Rose and Mrs. Canaster are also available for you as well. School counselors are happy to call or message with you, and as well as the teachers. I think one of the messages that I've sent is that it's very important that we keep that communication line open. The thing I always talk about with the adults that I work with, whether they be parents or teachers, is that there's the three rings, right? It is super important. The teachers, the parents, and the students are all together on the same page, and we work in partnership. Teachers and parents work together in partnership to support the children that we serve at the school. And so I want to make sure I reiterate that's very important to us and to me personally as well.
So one other thing I just wanted to remind families of is just to make sure that students are dressed appropriately. We plan to go outside every single day as long as we can. It's only a 20-minute rec time, but I know that middle schoolers do not like to wear coats. I totally get that. But if we could at least maybe wear a hoodie, that would be helpful, because we will be trying to go outside as much as we can.
We had a conversation about that today. We'll go outside till it's 15 degrees. So that's kind of the cutoff time with temperature, 15 degrees temperature or 15 degrees with wind chill, if that's what it is. So I think kids are great outside. They love getting that fresh air and I think it's very refreshing for them before they get back into school, even if they just walk down and walk around a little bit. So Tanya is asking, bed and connection, will there be a charge for 8th grade? Tanya, I'm not exactly sure what you're referring to for a charge for 8th grade. If the children are going to the dance, there is a charge for the dance. If the children are going to the movie night is free. There's no charge for lunch. School lunch is free at the school. So I think those are the things that I talked about today, which might involve a price. But if you have something else you're referring to, please feel free to just type in what that is, and I'll be more than happy to take a look at that and see if there's something that I missed along the way that you have a question about. As always, I will archive this meeting in video format. We'll post it to the website so you can review it or let other people know who may not have seen it. Hey, school parent meetings are always posted on the website. We want to make sure people have access to the information. We're trying to make that website a one-stop shop for everybody so you can see what's going on there as well. So I don't hear any more questions. Oh, there it is. Tyler said it costs to attend ACES for 8th grade. No, it doesn't cost any. So the question is, does it cost to attend the school? No, I think this is really important. ACES is a free public magnet school. That's one of the beauties of magnet schools. We are free. We do not charge families for that. The districts and the state pitch in to pay the tuition for your child, but we do not charge families anything to attend the school. So it does not cost anything to attend ACES. And that will be true once we add the high school component too. It's a free school. It's a free public magnet school, just like your town schools are. We run a slightly different fiscal structure than your hometowns do, but in terms of for you, this is a public school. So we might be on a private campus. We are a public school, a former private campus. It's a public campus now, right? Okay, no problem. All right, I think that's it for tonight. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. I hope you have a great remaining week. Please encourage your children to do the right thing. The week before the holidays can sometimes be stressful for kids. Be aware of that too. So keep them in your thoughts and us in your thoughts as well. We hope you have a wonderful holiday season, and we'll see you back here in January. Thank you, everybody, and have a great evening. Bye-bye.
Good evening, everyone.
Bye.